Step one is to capture some of your existing pond water into a holding tank so you have a place to keep your family fish safe until the process of cleaning your pond is complete. At this point, you want to add some stress coat to your holding pond so when you catch your fish with a net, you protect them with a little coating on their scales. And then we're putting a bubbler, an aerator, in there, because it might be later this afternoon or tomorrow morning that we return the fish to the pond. Now we're going to pump out the rest of the water so we can power wash the rocks and clean the pond. We catch the fish and we transfer them, we put them in the holding tank until we get done cleaning the pond the rest of the way. Now it's important, while your fish are spending the day or maybe even the evening in the holding tank, that you don't let the sun shine too hot on them, or you don't want them jumping out. So we cover the holding tank with a shade cloth, let the air in, let the light in, until we're done with the cleaning of your pond. Remember, we have the aerator in there, and we put in the stress coat. And when you have your pump shut off and your waterfalls are drying out, a little damp here, this is a good time to take some algae fix and put it in a spray bottle at full strength and spray all your rocks. It'll help clean the rocks. Then after we power wash and after a summer of display and possibly strong little children, the rocks move from the winter freezing and thawing. So you got to rebuild some of your walls, make room so when you dig the gravel out of the bottom that move down, you have little pockets like this ledge right here that you need rocks on top of that to protect the liner from the rays of the sun. That's nice when you're doing this kind of work, is, use a lot of the gravel that you already have. It gets pushed down by the fish, by working in the pond, by the water running. It's pushed down to the bottom. So this is a good time to reset it, put it back up on the ledges, and then have yourself a couple extra bags of new rock. We use Pond Rock or American Heritage, and poke some holes in the bottom, Billy. It'll help it drain. Way on the bottom, just poke some holes. Nice to poke some holes. It's always a good idea. Most of the rocks that you buy here or wherever, they don't really spend much time washing them anymore like they used to. So rather than dump all the silt that's on the rocks into your pond with the new rocks, rinse them off first. Clean them off. You'll get rid of a lot of the silt before you use them in your pond. Okay, now that you've rinsed out the bag of gravel, you can add it back in between the rocks on the ledges to help protect the rubber liner for next year. Smooth it out. Now we're going to fill it back up with water and put our fish back in. Probably do a little salt treatment and a little algae fix.